Well, new at 6 o'clock, we're working to get answers on a story that 2 on Your Side has been all over this year. We're talking about the lack of high-speed internet access in many rural parts of Western New York.
Yeah, it was 2 months ago. The state legislature passed a brand new bill, but it has yet to get a signature. So question tonight is, what is the holdup here? 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson is working to get you answers as we continue to hold people in power accountable.
Broadband is a critically important issue right now, Mr. President, particularly in rural upstate New York.
That was New York State Senator George Borrello addressing the floor of the state Senate on the day a bill he co-sponsored was voted upon. The bill called for the New York State Public Service Commission to conduct a study of broadband access across the Empire State. The pandemic has highlighted several broadband gaps throughout the state, and we've worked hard to try and hold Albany accountable to things they've said in the past, like this.
We want 100% coverage in 2 years.
To the reality of the situation in Western New York, like this.
It's around 40% of the people living in the county who access the internet at broadband speed.
We ascertained from that survey that 31% of our district cannot get internet.
In New York, what you find is that I think it's 27% of K-12 students in New York don't have connectivity.
But 2 months to the day after it was approved by the legislature, it remains unsigned by Governor Cuomo. A spokesperson for Assemblyman Sean Ryan, who sponsored the Assembly version of the bill, told me today they don't anticipate any issues with the bill getting signed, and it's the simple matter that the governor hasn't called for the bill to be signed yet. Once the governor does that, he has 10 days, excluding Sundays, to sign the bill. While Assemblyman Ryan isn't worried about the bill getting vetoed, Governor Cuomo has vetoed a similar bill within the last year. Last December, the governor vetoed a bill that would authorize the Public Service Commission to look into the costs involved for local governments to operate municipal broadband programs. At the time, the governor cited costs involved with the program and echoed the accomplishments of the state broadband program when it's completed, though it was scheduled to be completed in December of 2018. The current bill that remains unsigned is similar because it calls on the PSC to essentially determine who has broadband and who doesn't, which would undermine the claim that the state officials have been telling us, which is...
I don't know the exact percentage, whether it's 95 or 98% of the state now has high-speed broadband.
Senators George Borrello and Tim Candy, who both co-sponsored this bill, say Governor Cuomo should sign it immediately. And when we reached out to the Public Service Commission, all they would say is they don't comment on pending legislation. And the governor's office did not respond to our questions for this story. So the ball remains in Governor Cuomo's hands, and it remains to be seen whether or not he'll sign a bill that will clearly and definitively study broadband access in New York State. Reporting in Kenmore, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.